turtle is the other way.
That's a reverse turtle.
Yeah, you're reverse turtling.
And now I'm just a dance move. It's the turtle.
I'm doing the turtle, the turtle, the turtle. Doing the turtle, the turtle, the turtle. We doing the turtle, the turtle, the turtle. Hey, do the turtle. Do the turtle.
That's our theme song, everybody.
Oh, you don't like
on the last
you don't like the
episode.
whale music? Let me give you the turtle. We're doing the turtle, the turtle, the turtle. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome to the final episode of the Aftershow. And I guess before we get started, just start with the congratulations to Bethany.
Go, Bethany.
What an amazing episode. So to celebrate, and hopefully Bethany is at home celebrating, we are going to open up a bottle of champagne. That is all our drink of choice this evening, so I was able to get the girls finally to change their drink. But I will be honest, I was hoping for a huge cork pop and just spraying
It might still
everywhere.
pop.
But,
No, we don't want to spray. We have
it's,
it here.
it's a twist cap.
This is
It's a Leroy
soundproof.
all over again.
What is this?
Leroy all
Watch
over
Ellie's
again.
face, please.
It is a twist off. There's nothing.
No, it's the twist off still pops.
There's a cork in there?
It's not a cork. You have to have
But
some kind of carbonation.
cringing.
It's like a soda pop.
Okay.
Wow.
It still pops.
The build-up, though.
Yeah, the build up in your
There was
mind.
still smoke.
Yeah, you guys
It's
are
like
like,
very
be
dramatic.
You're making, all of you are making that face. Right?
Were we?
Yeah.
We've had our fair share of
Everybody relax.
corkage.
Yeah.
It's a little champagne. All right, here we go. One.
Oh, I'm gonna need more than that.
Oh. Just get it going here. So let's start talking. Let's talk about Bethany's image.
Bethany's she went in an interesting direction with the makeup. The smudged and smeared.
Can we talk about how both of them went with a concept where the girl was crying?
They're just like sad.
Sad
This is the
Ohio
story I
girls.
need to
No,
tell.
I think they were
I don't
both
know what that's-
emotionally. No, I think they were both emotionally drained at this point, and I
Yeah,
think
just
it came out in
so
their-
everybody watching knows, like we obviously.
I'm-
Cheers. Let's get it started right. Congratulations,
Congrats,
Bethany,
Beth.
Congrats.
and of course, congratulations to Jess.
Killed it.
Fight well fought. You did awesome. Both of you did. I'm excited for your futures and all the other good
It's not very good.
champagne.
Yeah,
So we're not.
I think it's old.
Should we turn this and just be like 1 star? Would not recommend.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well,
Need new drinks. This is why we don't switch things up.
Right. This is why
I think it's old.
yeah,
I
this
was
tastes
wrong
like
to
shit.
ever
Yeah.
switch from Angry Orchard.
I could see why now. I support you.
Can we cut the cameras and get
No,
real drinks?
Let's keep going. All right.
Cut.
This is how it ends. All right. So
That's depressing.
Bethany did an incredible job. But let's talk about the format. That was the leak.
Yes.
I gave you guys
The
gave you a little
dribble.
hint. I
Little
said
dribble.
it was going to change just a little bit. And the format I thought was pretty interesting. You
I
talk
was
about
so
it
excited for this episode the whole time. They didn't
from the
know.
get. Yeah, because they didn't know. But you talk about it. This was your idea, really.
The concept?
Yeah,
Was it my idea?
it was your idea.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You
But
know what?
Thanks for giving me
it
credit.
was all my idea.
I think it
Everybody
was.
watching, everything that went right in the show was my idea. It's not true.
I'll talk about it as if it were my idea.
Talk
but I
about it.
can't-
It
I
was
can't
your.
give
It
myself
was in
credit.
fact. It was your idea.
Yeah, it was create your own concept. So basically, you've maybe
we knew the entire season of the show. They were getting into a rhythm. They knew there was going to be a specific challenge where all the stylizing was thought out for them, and all they had to do was light it, pose it, and create a good image. But for the, I mean, it's like you have
I feel like this
complete
is Ellie's idea.
amnesia.
I think it was a group.
Yeah, okay.
decision.
I am having amnesia. I really don't remember.
I have the best team ever. It's nobody's idea. It just
Yes.
magically happened.
It just fell
somehow.
out of the sky. And
Yeah,
we were like,
okay.
yeah.
But okay, I can see it because we had every single day we had the chest of jewelry that was laid out for them. We had the clothes laid out for them. The only thing they didn't get to choose was the model. But as far as the concept goes, you have access to one of the coolest freaking locations ever. All this jewelry, all this wardrobe, and what can you do with it? So you've got somebody like Jess, who's the queen of concept.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I was so
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
from the get. I'm like, she has to make
there
it to this challenge.
There was this one headpiece we were sure she was going to pick, but
Oh,
she
for
didn't
sure.
pick
Which
it.
one?
It was the gold with the spikes.
Oh,
The
yeah.
spikies.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe you can throw up a picture
before
of a
we go
picture
down
we
that
took with it.
path, let's lay out for everybody watching, the whole idea concept here was to allow them to take everything they've done up until this point and not have a little bit of a crutch with you stylizing it.
Yeah.
So they got to stylize it,
Tell a story.
Tell a story. Select hair and makeup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh
So-
yeah, so they got to actually not select, but they got to direct Brandy.
That's right. And so you won't see that in the final episode. You don't. It's not in real time, right? There was like an hour break for a hair and makeup switch.
But they each did give Brandy direction, and that was caught on camera of them explaining their concept and where they wanted her to go with it.
So obviously and they were given more time.
Yes.
Yes.
So they were given more time. Again, I felt like as we got to this point, they needed to now have more time to really be able to take their time,
Right.
And tell their story, craft their image, think through it. So whatever image was final was theirs from beginning to end, from what they were wearing, wardrobe, hair, makeup, lighting, posing, everything was their idea and concept. And I thought that was a really cool way to end the show.
It was. Something we didn't think about, though, was we gave them each, I forget exactly how much time it was, but we gave them this much time, and they had to go direct Brandy. So whoever went first got to give Brandy direction on a fresh face. And then for the next person, they had to either build on what makeup was already done on Anna or completely start over.
Yeah.
And luckily, the concepts were done in a way.
It was easy for Bethany because she was like,
Exactly.
just smudge
Smear.
it all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Just take your finger.
right. But for that first person, it was Jess who went first, and she gave direction to Brandy for hair and makeup, and then she had to sit for like an hour and a half while
Right.
hair and makeup was done, and that had to be freaking torture.
Agreed.
Like, I just want to freaking shoot. I know exactly what I want to do.
And that's the part I'm saying. You're not going to see that when you watch the episode.
That's what you're saying is
Yeah.
not in real time. Yeah.
So, and I think that was very important. It was a long day for all of us from filming and because now you're just waiting. You don't have the pace of every
No.
person going every 10 minutes.
Everyone's like, "What can I do to help?" I'm like, "Nothing.
Nothing.
Please just chill."
Just hang out,
Yeah.
chill out.
Stay out of the way.
But it was a well fought battle. They both created incredible images.
So
Yes.
completely different.
Yeah.
Too.
Yes.
And I don't know what you guys thought at home. Which one you thought should win? Please let us know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe to get more updates about this, and watch our new podcast, Talking Shit with the
Yes.
Cincottas,
Yeah.
where every week, I think,
Ish.
We'll do our best.
we'll be talking about random topics going on in the industry, outside the industry, business, marketing. We'll have special guests, all that kind of stuff that just kind of normal that we would talk about over dinner
Yep.
when we're out with friends and family. So we're going to bring that to life here.
Talk some shit.
Talk some shit.
We do
which
that
is-
best.
We do a lot of that.
Yeah.
But I think kudos goes out to both Bethany and Jess. They did an incredible job, both concepts. And in the end, for me, why Bethany was my pick, and it was the judges. I mean, we all agreed on it. There was just something about Jess's image that, while of course well crafted, well lit, well edited, everything, right? But you're looking at two images now, and you got to pick one. There's only going to be one, and there was just, for us, a better story that was told with Bethany's image.
Yep.
And well executed on. Again, I was shocked she went back to the car.
She did.
But
the car's her spot.
Car's her spot, and that's like her safety blanket. But she elevated it. It was definitely better than her first shot in the car. I think she listened to the feedback that the judges gave, and she went from there. So
there's a story I don't think I've told any of you guys, but after Bethany won, she told me about the kind
this
of
is where you choose to tell us.
yeah,
Okay.
the drama.
She's leaking it.
Yeah.
Hang on. Insert whale noise. Okay, this is the drama. No, so she said that the meaning behind it was indicative of her life over the last 3 months, and how it's just been a smack in the face, and her life has been a complete shit show, and she feels exhausted, and she's emotionally drained, and she's finally getting to a place where she's looking into the light.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that was her little story behind it.
and yeah,
It showed.
Life imitates art, or
Yep.
art imitates life.
I think that's why there was so much emotion in all of her images, because she'd been going through a lot of stuff leading
Yeah.
up to the competition.
Mm-hmm.
She
Well, I
and Jess
mean,
both, really.
Mostly it's because her husband Alex is her assistant, and I'm not. Because
I think that's the biggest source.
I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that's a stressor for her.
I can see why.
Yeah, makes sense. I totally understand.
I'd be jealous.
Makes sense. Alex is watching. He's like, that motherfucker.
He's gonna show up at Shutterfest
Oh, yeah.
and be
Yeah.
like, "Let me assist you."
Right.
You know what we'll do at Shutterfest? We'll have like a wanted poster
No,
of
we need
him
to have an
all
assist
throughout.
off.
An assist off?
Yes. Like
I
a shoot
never
off, but
thought
for
Sal would be
assistants.
involved in anything tied to being an assistant.
I'm a really bad assistant.
The worst.
Alex is probably the best. Yeah.
But we need to prove this in front of 25.
No,
attendees.
I don't need to be embarrassed any more than I am on a daily basis. But I appreciate your support. No, Alex, you are without a doubt probably a better assistant than I will ever be. I'm a horrible assistant because I just want to tell everybody what to do.
Yes.
I don't really
Which is
assist.
And
the
he hands
opposite
you-
of assisting.
Right. And he hands you the lens the wrong way because his hands are so big and then you can't grab them.
That's what she said.
I
Finally.
don't want to drink it. It's gross.
I'll drink it.
Hey, hang on. I want to talk about Bethany's shoot real quick.
Yeah.
So she had that whole sequence in the car, and kudos to Anna, an amazing model, because in that whole
Absolutely.
scene you had to freaking act. That was
Yeah.
not modeling.
Yeah.
She had to go into actress mode. But Bethany had her in one of the shots. She went super wide angle, and she was shooting from the front of the car, and it felt so cinematic. And there was a part of me, like before I saw her final image, I really wish she would have chosen that one. But then that final image popped up, and I was like, damn, okay, she made the right choice.
Yeah. No, she had a lot of options. She
had
shot
a
it.
lot of good choices.
She shot it well. I was definitely inspired by the way she shot the car.
Yep. She figured out the lighting, how
Yeah.
to add gels without like any hot spots like she had on the previous
I
episode.
always struggle when I'm shooting, whether it's a senior in a car or a bride in a car. Not that I would do smeared makeup or red blue gel lighting, but you can still learn from it. Even if you're a wedding photographer, you can say, hey, like there's some cool shit she did shooting through the front windshield, stuff like that, where I want to incorporate that into what I do. And of course, as an artist, I want to put my own spin on it, but I was definitely inspired by what she did.
Absolutely.
I was a little disappointed with what Jess came up. Like, I loved her image, but just the fact that I wanted her to get really creative with it. And I feel like it kind of fell flat.
She went like tone on tone on
Maybe-
tone on tone.
Which
I think.
it was a very beautiful image. Don't get me wrong. I wanted her to like step up that creativity.
Go wild
Do
with
you
Yeah.
think it hurt her to pick? Because I noticed she picked the same dress as what Heather was
Yeah.
wearing 2 episodes ago.
I don't think that hurt it.
No, I don't think that hurt it. I think
She didn't go. I expected her to go wacky with it. She's got such a weird, creative, unique mind.
I mean,
And
the
she
image
went-
was unique. It had the tear and
It did.
that whole process. Do you
That
show
was
that in
cool.
the
I do,
episode
yeah,
of
yeah.
like creating
The
the
gold
tier,
That
was
the
the last thing
perfect
she
gold
did,
tier?
yeah.
And that was brilliant to not start with that because you're looking for one shot with
right,
the tear.
right.
Yeah.
No, I just if
Again,
you know
creativity
Jess's
is
work-
incredible, and
yes.
let's give shout out to Brandy,
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
hair and
Yes.
makeup for making that happen. Like,
For all the episodes.
yeah, but this
100%,
one
yes.
I think pushed Brandy.
Yeah.
Brandy would probably be like, "Nah, it was no big deal, man."
I do that every day.
I do that every day. You
Tuesday.
want a glowing teardrop in
Yeah,
slow motion?
I got you.
But for the average hair and makeup artist, I think that was a challenge, and Brandy definitely brought the heat, which she always does. If you don't know who she is, Brandy's our hair and makeup artist. She owns her own salon, Refined Beauty. Where is it? St.
O'Fallon,
Charles?
Missouri.
No,
Oh,
Fallon,
yeah.
Missouri. Is where she's based, and she does all our hair and makeup, all the projects we work on. There's no one else I would trust beyond her on my projects. She's next level. So, but she did a great job. I know it sounds like we showcased that. And
Hang on. So
yeah,
With-
Ellie was disappointed.
and that's what we were saying. So
Yeah.
Jess is such a weird concept person. I wanted her to go further than just a beauty portrait. I feel
Right.
like it was just a very well executed beauty portrait. Nothing weird.
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
maybe
want her to
where
do like the go to the like
vampy,
vampire,
yeah.
like
Something funky.
dark.
She has she's really good with colors.
Yes, and this was a
it was
muted
a very
image.
muted image, and maybe that's where my disappointment is. It's just I wanted something
Yeah.
vibrant and bright.
Because that's her jam.
Yeah. So.
And she was so pumped when
yeah.
we told her what the
Yeah.
challenge was.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm gonna win this. This is what I do.
yeah. I mean, she did great.
It was amazing.
You were
image, yeah.
just one upped by
A story.
by the
Impact.
better image in
It's
that
the impact.
moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
the impact from Bethany was better in that moment. And I mean, Bethany takes home $20,000 cash and prizes. It's not lottery winning, life changing, but it is life changing.
Yeah, for sure.
For a photographer.
Lots of gear.
Lots of gear, with cash.
The printer.
So Canon, before we end, I really do want to thank Canon, who's the main sponsor, who helped me bring this vision to life. Thank you, Canon, if you are watching. If you're not watching, I don't really know why.
Rude.
But yeah, rude. But thank you for making this all come together. Thank you to Westcott, of course, for supplying all the lighting equipment that they were using. And I think it's a testament of how easy, because a lot of people, I've actually seen this in the comments. People are like, well, I'm a Nikon shooter. I'm a Sony shooter. Well, sorry, you made bad life choices.
Yeah. Right?
But
Sorry, you suck.
Sorry, sucks to suck. But just a testament in all seriousness, it's a testament to how easy the counting gear is to work with, because none of them had trouble.
No.
They were all very quickly adapted to the system.
The only thing they struggled with were Sony shooters not knowing the menu.
Yeah, of course. And that's
us.
normal. And that's why I was there teching for them. I'm like, what are you trying to do? And then
No
they got
issues,
they got it. Right, no issues. Same with Westcott. I mean, everybody, like, what are we trying to do? It's very intuitive. I think the biggest issue we had during the filming was firmware.
Right.
Not being updated, which is
But
the
that's a
bane
shame
of
on us.
every. Yeah, but it's the bane of every lighting system that's out there. If you don't update firmware, you're going to have a problem, right? It's a known issue across all lighting systems. But so take that off the table. The Westcott system was super easy to use.
The whole set was lit by Westcott.
Yeah, actually the
Cinema.
filming lights, not all the lights here. We do have some mixed, but most of the lights on this set. Anytime we're doing video,
it's Flex Cinema Kit.
Yeah, it's there. It's lit with their Flex Cinema Kit, and it's a very intuitive system, very powerful, very cost effective.
Yep.
So anyway, thank you to Westcott for being part of that as well. But I think I was going somewhere, but I'm lost.
You were talking about...
Yeah, where did you start?
I have no idea. You ever have that problem, guys? Like
every day of
you
my
start
life.
talking and you're like,
Every day.
where am I in this rabbit hole?
Maybe if I just keep talking, I'll come up
Yeah,
with
I'm going to
something.
talk my way out of
Somebody's gonna
this.
prompt it.
The problem is
eventually.
it's a video, right? So then they'll just rewind to when I start and be like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Yeah. But anyway, thank you to our sponsors for helping us bring this to life. That was awesome.
Yeah.
What an incredible series to be part of. What do you actually, we're always never really talk about what we think or feel about the whole thing. So
Ooh, feelings.
yeah, feelings. My
I
favorite
have
thing to talk
those.
about.
Yeah.
Tonight you have some feelings?
I have some feelings.
That's amazing.
Just some.
I am a
Some.
robot.
I had a feeling once.
So what? Like,
Terrifying.
Tonight's going
the
to be
series,
a good night.
the season's over. What do you think? I mean, it was our first time producing a reality show. The four of us did it, so kudos to you girls for really doing the heavy lifting. I mean, if I'm being honest. So, what are your thoughts of the show? I mean, how do you think it went? Were you excited to be part of it? Like, what was your highlight of the show? Maybe let's go with that.
Oh, everything was super fun. I don't even know if I have one highlight. It was crazy how smooth everything went, and I don't know. We're just awesome.
Yeah. Okay. I subscribe to that. Do you have a highlight?
For me, the highlight was putting together the first episode and the
Post-production.
Yeah, it was the watch party for that first episode and being like, holy shit, we just
yeah,
made a
that's
reality
good one.
show.
That's a good one. I
Because
didn't
that first
think of that.
episode was good.
First episode, I think, as of right now, is at 185,000 views.
Crazy.
That's amazing to me.
Yep.
But
there's so much energy. I feel like we captured a lot of emotion and a lot of the people's personalities, and we never had to coach them. There was never a meeting of, okay, at this time you need to be like,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you never even got to the point where you had to refilm something because someone if
Not
someone was
once.
weird, you're
No,
be
it's
fucking
true.
weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And I think that's what is.
This wasn't
so-
about you, Ellie. We tell you that every day.
I think that's what's so fulfilling about this whole thing is it's very authentic. You can go back and watch each episode. Everything is authentic. Nothing is scripted.
That's true.
What about you?
The highlight for me, honestly, there's two. One is very selfish, and one is very selfless. The selfless one was watching the creators. How do I say this? Step outside themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this makes sense. What I'm trying to say,
Push
I got to watch 10 people who were all good photographers in their own right challenge themselves and elevate themselves to a place if you had talked to them the day before, probably didn't think they could do, right? And now they come together. There's incredible pressure on them, and they rise to the challenge. Like that for me, as a competitor myself, I was able to step back and just be like, damn, that's awesome. The selfish one for me was as soon as we filmed the first episode, and it was probably during the middle of filming, I think it hit me for the first time, holy shit, we're doing this. And it was my idea. I had to think out the idea, pitch it to Canon, get them to be as excited as I am, right? I mean, like, think about this, guys. You watch something. I'm going to a company. Doesn't matter what the company is, and let this be a lesson for you in just like salesmanship. I'm going to a company like Canon. I'm like, hey guys, I got this crazy idea.
Have you heard of America's Next Top
Yeah.
Model?
Have you heard of Chopped, America's Next Top Model, Iron Chef? Yeah, we're going to do that for photography. But better. Yeah. And now you're trying to convince everybody at, Canon, like, is this good for them? Is this good for their brand? Is it good for the community, right, of photography? And you're trying to convince them to allocate marketing dollars to produce this show at a time when, quite frankly, I don't mean to pick on companies, but you got to call you out. Companies like Nikon and Sony, in a sense, are pulling back from the community, whether they want to admit it or not. You go out there and you see Nikon, Sony, their messaging. They're not investing as much back into the community. And you may disagree with me on that, and that's your prerogative. It's okay to be wrong. But Canon, I believe, is still investing in the professional photographer. And there's a delineation between being a professional photographer and an amateur. And I think right now a lot of the camera companies and lighting companies, again, if we're being honest, are chasing amateurs because it's a huge market, right? The professional photography is a smaller market that many would argue is shrinking. I feel like Canon was very supportive in this, understood the overall value and messaging there. And for that, I will forever be grateful to them for that. And that was my selfish one, to watch this. I'm on set and I'm thinking about this. I'm like, inside, I'm like, holy shit! Like,
basically had to say, just trust me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. I mean, that is a lot of. Holy crap! You want to talk about pressure on me? I'm going to a company like Canon, and I could sink this ship. When I'm like, just trust me. And then if I screw that up, they're like, hey, you got your one trust, and you screwed that up. Mm-hmm. We're done, right? And so, anyway, that was my long answer, but that was my selfless and selfish kind of like
highlight.
Yeah. What was your highlight?
Okay, mine's very good feely, but the dinners every night, like, it wasn't even a part of the show, but just everyone just talking about how their day was. They were all like relieving their stress, and it was just a good
therapy.
community of people. Like, and you get to know them on a more personal level.
Yeah. That was really cool because after the camera stopped rolling,
we blare music.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was fun. You
Start
know?
drinking wine, and beer.
it was like a photography festival every night.
It was. They had a cool surround system in that venue.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Speakers
That was a
throughout.
lot of fun, for sure. All right, well, there's two last things I want us to cover before we put a bow on this. One is, will there be a second season? And two, before we get to that, what do you think you did? What do you think we did right, wrong, different? And if we do get a chance to do it, what would you do different for next year? And since you are the producer, I'm going to start with you.
That was a lot of things to answer.
What do you
Where do I
think?
start?
Right, wrong,
Okay.
pick something.
Pop quiz.
What we did right, casting, obviously, I can't even say that was a strategic thing.
No,
we
just worked out that way.
We got very lucky.
Yeah, over 1,000 people submitted for the 10 spots.
And somehow we picked the perfect 10.
Yeah, no doubt.
Staffing, I think we went back and forth for a while on, were we going to hire a whole film crew so that I could focus strictly on producing, or could we handle it? And 4 freaking people to put this together, I think is crazy.
That's amazing.
But we did
Kudos
it,
to us.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a what we did right moment. What we did wrong, me not paying attention to continuity in the interviews, and they're saying, because we had to film this obviously day after day. We can't take people out of their homes for like 6 weeks. So they were in their interviews were saying, yesterday we did this, and then when we go to air it, that's just
That's
annoying.
last week. It's silly.
It's
silly.
just details that I didn't even think about.
Yeah.
What else did we do wrong? Obviously nothing, because it was perfect. But,
Exactly. I'm going to cut you off because we're running out of time.
Oh, okay.
Alicia, Pick something. Right, wrong, different. What's something that stood out to you that, that's right,
Well,
wrong,
I
or
guess based on feedback, like because the deliberation thing was surprising to me that people didn't like it, because I can tell you that when we were there watching you deliberate, having seen all of them shoot, it was very entertaining for me to
You hadn't
try
seen
and
the
play that
images.
guessing game.
Right.
Because
waiting,
we're
like-
not sitting over your shoulder looking
Yeah.
at the laptop either. So I'm sitting like in the audience
Right.
seat, and I thought it was entertaining. I loved it. 'Cause
and that's why we did it that way. It's
Yeah.
just so you guys are watching. Some of you may not have liked it. Some of you may have. I think the people who didn't like it wanted to watch it for the educational process. But from a show perspective, if we had shown that, then you
I
would
loved
know who
trying
won, who
to
lost.
guess,
Yeah.
But maybe there wasn't enough footage of them shooting because we got to watch for the full
Yeah,
real
yeah.
time.
True.
Yeah.
So maybe there wasn't enough of that to get fully invested and know what everybody created. I don't know.
Yeah, and for those of you watching right now, like, tell us in the comments, what'd you like most about the show, and what do you want to see different if we do get to a season 2? Ellie, right, wrong, different? What would you do different?
Well, for Right, I feel like we definitely had a really smooth workflow, and like making sure everything was the set work was clear, everything was where it needed
It was
to
very
be
efficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a
machine.
team, we worked well. I will
in
agree
the
with
time span that we were trying to get that done in. Change wise, I agree with Alicia. Just based off feedback, seems like people just want the way
Yeah.
it was deliberated differently.
The things I would change, I love the way the show was produced. I love the way we filmed it. I love the challenges every day. I love them not knowing what each challenge was.
This is me getting defensive right now.
Okay. Well, settle down. The thing that I would that we'll definitely do differently is we will pick the winner of each challenge first, not make it go to the end.
Announce the one. We were going to do that originally.
Yeah, we
changed
got
our
away
mind.
from it.
Okay.
That's fine. But I think it's the right thing to do. The winner goes first, and winning has to mean something. So you can't win and then be absolved from being voted off like on the next episode or something
Right.
like that, because it is episode to episode. But I think we can do something where if you win that challenge, you win a
get to
prize
go-
from the
you
sponsor.
get to go first, the next challenge, or you get to choose.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
that's a
really good
good
idea,
one.
actually. But I think they like my idea better because I want to give them real prizes.
Or we do
it's-
both.
Oh, we do both. I think that. So that'll be something absolutely I would change. And then the other thing we will change is possibly how we do deliberation, so that maybe they can see what we're saying about any given image.
Well, I changed that for last episode and this episode. So
We'll
do
see.
you want to wait and see on feedback?
We'll wait and see what
Okay.
people think for that. But I think there's a way to do it where you don't give away the winning image. And I think that's what we could talk to the judges about that. Like,
Okay.
just be careful what you're saying.
Okay.
Say something. Probably the way you'd be able to film it is say something good, something bad about each image. And then when that's all done, then you pick the winner. And then that would allow you in post-production
To pick the
to
feedback.
pick
you
the
show.
feedback
Yeah,
and
I
make
see.
it make sense. So
I
I
like
think
it.
that'll probably be how we do it. So you'll be like, all right, Vanessa, image number 1. The problem is you run the risk of it becoming redundant.
And it's not, you don't get the heat, like the fire between the three of you of arguing. And
Right.
Like that. I think that's so valuable.
I think we have to work through that because I do like the fire. It was very fiery at times between myself, Vanessa, and Loretta. And I think that's a good thing, by the
It
way.
is.
I like that
Passion.
fire between us. Right. We're
That's the element.
passionate. We're opinionated. So those are the things I would do different. I'm curious from you guys. Let us know in the comments what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see different. And based on the feedback we're giving you, like, think about it. We're producing a show. It's not meant for you to learn 5 tips to lighting. There's other videos for that. Now for the big question. Is there going to be a season 2?
I pray.
Pray to the
Almighty.
canon gods.
Dearest of canon, please, oh please.
Mama
Renew
C's
our
back.
show.
Yes.
Start doing Mama C
Spam.
voice.
Spam
Oh,
cannon.
Jenny.
Be like, season 2, season 2.
Yeah, we'll just have Mama C email him and just be like, you better take care of my baby boy.
We know you guys got opinions.
Yeah,
Just-
so sound
Share
off.
them with canon.
On a serious note, though, Canon is very happy with the results. We talk to them every week after every episode. They are very excited. We are probably 90% there to a season 2. So it's very exciting. I hope you guys love it. Please support Canon. Let them know how much you appreciate the episode.
And how much you love Canon more than you love Nikon and
Yeah,
Sony.
I mean, that's a given.
Because
for
of
sure.
the show.
Because of the show. Absolutely.
Right.
Tell them how you're switching
Right.
systems. because of the
Because
sh-
So
you
much
saw it
gear.
on the
because of
creator
the show.
series.
You saw it on the creator series. Even
Yeah.
if it's not true, you should tell
They'll
them
never
that.
know.
They'll never know. How are they going to know?
How would they know?
How would they know?
How would they know?
Yeah.
They're never going to know.
They'll never know. But hopefully you guys are excited for season 2. I know every week people are writing in and how do I get on this? How do I submit myself? Well, first of all, the entire season was already filmed, so you can't get on it now. That's not how things work. But there is a chance for you for next season, which we will probably have a lead up at Shutterfest where you could possibly win a spot if you're at Shutterfest.
He's
chicken.
pre-leaking too
Yes.
hard right
Pre-leaking
he
now.
is.
again. I'm all about the pre-leak.
Don't brag about that.
Yeah. So where you can win an episode at
Win an episode.
you win an episode.
Yes.
I don't even know
You
what
get
that
the
means.
The
Yeah.
whole episode is yours.
Yeah. You win an entire episode.
The challenge.
You get to
is-
direct the episode.
Oh my gosh.
You get to pretend you're Sal.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
good luck.
jeez.
But you could win a seat through Shutterfest, so that's something we're already working with Canon on, where there'll be some challenges this year at Shutterfest, which I'm very excited about. So we can do some wacky shit with people to get them to qualify, and so that'll be for a seat, and then we'll go through the normal where you can apply. And I would imagine after last year we had 1,000 applications. After this show and the way it's gone, I can see there being significantly more.
Or less because they're all terrified.
Yeah, maybe.
They're like, that's not what I thought the creator series
I
was.
don't know, man. There's a lot of people who are like, I would have done this.
Well,
okay,
now's
well,
your chance
now's
to
your
show
chance.
it.
Video.
Now's
Let's
your
see
chance, Frank.
But now they all have a great audition video because they can just do a 10-minute challenge
Right.
Yeah, it's true. It's
and
true.
show us.
But that is going
Oh,
to be.
hang on.
Yeah.
Before we wrap.
Yeah.
It sounded like you were going to wrap.
I was.
Can we just acknowledge Sal's death grip on the microphone?
I don't
again?
know why I have to. I don't know
Oh,
why. I don't
it's
know what
very
the problem is.
strange.
It is strange.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer for anybody on this.
We need a new
Were you
set
hugged
for the.
enough?
I know.
Maybe I
As a
wasn't.
child.
Somebody asked my mom. If you've met my mom, you know love was not something I didn't get enough of as
Facts.
a child. Yeah.
Hard
Like,
facts.
come here, Jamie.
Right.
I love you.
Sorry. Okay. That's
So anyway, I didn't even know what I was going to
But
say.
even if there's not a season 2,
Yeah.
there will be more episodes of the podcast.
Yes, and that's where I wanted to go. Thank you for bringing it full circle, where we will have Talking Shit with the Cincottas, where it'll be a podcast talking about photo industry, photo-related topics.
So we probably need like hands-free mics for that set.
Yeah.
No. It's not education. I'm not
I'm just
teaching.
joking.
Oh, from me to let go of my death grip?
Yeah.
Or you guys can just start tying my hands to the seat or
I've
something.
tried.
I don't
Oh.
know. Yeah. What? Okay.
What?
That's the X-rated version of Talking Shit with the Cincottas.
Oh, no. I don't think I want to be on that
On
one.
OnlyFans.
Yes,
Fans only.
Visit our fans only site. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. You still love the show. You've enjoyed the podcast. Be on the lookout for Talking Shit with the Cincottas. Like I said, we'll have different guests every week. It'll be the 4 of us. We'll be talking about industry news and all sorts of other random shit. So if you think we're entertaining, please tune in.
And
if-
like and comment.
like,
and
comment, and
subscribe.
subscribe. Peace.
Bye.